whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
Hello and welcome to episode 13 of Schools with Heart, the channel created for the teachers and parents of America who are committed to creating the SEL classrooms of their dreams. I'm Olivia LaField's, and I could not be more excited about our journey thus far because I have so much to share with you. It's been a little tricky figuring out the sequence of importance. In the first 13 videos, I've been laying the foundation for Schools with Heart. The next video, which introduces the skills of independence, is really diving into one of the main bricks of the school that Love built. If you've bought my book, The School That Love Built, you know that the bricks are the individual chapters of the book, each of which explains a particular SEL focus. As you'll see, I divided the skills of independence in a 6-part series. I thoughtfully broke it down and really went into fine detail about how it works. I'm confident that after you read the chapter in the book and watch the 6 videos, you'll have all the information you need to get started. Implementing the skills was a revolutionary game changer for me, and I just can't wait to share it with the world. But for this last pre-skills video, I'm going to share with you the absolute favorite poster of my life. I'm sharing it today because we've been hearing so much on the news lately about the topic of race, and I think this poster sums up everything our kids need to know and believe about the topic. So here it is. I made it over 20 years ago when I was working at the middle school, and as always, there's a story behind it. At the time, our school was experiencing a large influx of Asian students, mostly Vietnam, wonderful, respectful, diligent students in every way. I had several, but 2 students in particular are the central figures of this story, Linda and Dockham. It was lunchtime on the day of the story when the girls came crying into my classroom, sobbing. They could hardly get the words out. Kids at lunch on the playground were calling them dog eaters and other names I can't mention. As I sat there consoling them in my arms, the words just came out. What can we do about this? Without a pause, my next words were, "We'll start a club." And that is exactly what we did. We named it PALS, Peace and Love Zone. We threw ourselves into it. The girls had friends, and together we made signs to advertise our club. Within a few weeks, my room was so full that we had to move into the commons. Kids were apologizing and asking forgiveness. Walls of divisiveness, prejudice, and distrust were replaced by unity, inclusiveness, and understanding. To make a little money, we made and sold bumper stickers with a picture of Mother Teresa and her quote, "When you judge people, you have no time to love them." $2 for each one. With the money we made the stickers, we hosted a dance, and you just had to be there to see all the kids of all races dancing together without a thought of color. I was the activities director, and at the time we had over 1,500 students at our school, so the gym was packed. And now for the origin of the poster. One day, during this time period, the art teacher came to school wearing a t-shirt with his picture on it. It was love at first sight for me. I asked her if I could borrow her shirt. She brought it the very next day. During my prep period, I laid it out on the copy machine, and then, you guessed it, I took it to Kinko's to be enlarged. You can see by the size of it that I wanted it to be really big. It's the biggest poster from Kinko's I've ever gotten. This helps you see that when you buy my poster book, you can make your posters any size you want. You can see how vibrant the colors are. This is the one and only poster I've ever actually painted with acrylics. It took time, but it was so worth it. It hung on my wall in my room for years until I left Sequoia, and when I left, I took it with me. I stored it in the garage, but basically I forgot about it until just a few days ago. To give you a time frame, it's been hidden away for over 5 years. But a couple nights ago, I was watching a Dennis Prager fireside chat entitled Character is Everything. He was talking about Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, where Dr. King famously exhorted the nation, I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they are judged by the content of their character and not by the color of their skin. Suddenly I remembered my precious poster in the garage. It was 10 o'clock at night, but I grabbed a flashlight and a ladder and I found my poster, all wrapped up and safe. The next day I couldn't wait to bring it back to life. I went to Hobby Lobby and bought one of their plastic rolls for a new backing. I also repainted places and I retraced the Sharpie lines that had faded with time. I brought her back to life, and I just couldn't wait to take her to school and introduce her to the kids. My principal loved her so much when he first saw her that he wanted to display her on the wall in the hall right by his office. As it turned out, one of the first SEL lessons of the year revolved around the concept of one race human and Dr. King's quote. The poster has definitely created an even more positive, respectful, loving environment at our school, and no doubt will touch our kids' hearts forever. As time passes and our movement grows, I'll continue to share up-to-date examples of how I'm always expanding our SEL curriculum to meet the social, emotional, and moral needs of our students. Come along with me, and together we'll start a movement that makes the public schools of America schools of the heart and not just schools of the mind. We'll do it one teacher at a time. By the grace of God, let's get back to what really counts, the heart of the child. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit that like button and share the video with your friends. It's the magic touch that gets the algorithms going. Until next time, and the skills of independence, God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.